So I'm right now in a plantation forest, and this spot they have done their final clearing, and they have removed most of the trees. Probably all of the trees was in this size or bigger, and all of them is likely to be have been a pine like this ones. And here, instead of removing all of them, that has been so common since the 70s here in Sweden. Right now there is a lot of new ideas, and many people are letting a few trees remain that they will call seed trees. So the idea is that these trees will stand, and they will seed, and under them new trees will grow. And in this specific location, it seems to do very fine. There's a lot of pine growing underneath, and they seem to do well. And thus there are many of them. And a side effect, another positive benefit is you see, these ones will be left, and you can select the ones that isn't the biggest, that still have potential to grow, because these big ones, they'll continue to grow, and they'll give an extra cash in the future, and they do shade the small trees, but they do it very small, and actually these small pine trees, especially pine and spruce, they want to grow slowly. They especially in the young growth period, because the timber will be stronger. So that the trees are limited a bit in the growth is just positive, and it's very minor. It's very minor. So it is better for them to grow, and if they grow with this kind of trees are few, but if they would have left more, they would have been more shaded as they grow up, and they would have been thinner, and the branches will if you have a tree like this one can grow a bit big for this size, and it will be a weaker tree. When a wind comes, it can break, snow can break the tops, but if this one would have been growing in a shade, more shaded, it would have been slower, and the year rings of the tree would be smaller, and it would be a stronger tree, and these things, as they shoot, will be smaller, and they will fall off quicker. It will self-prune easier, and that is what you want. You want good timber. So I can see this specific thing of leaving seeding trees, especially for pine, is very, very, very good, and it seems to do successful regemination on new trees, and it's very important. So especially for this one, if you want to keep a one species kind of forest, it is very good. And I can see another benefit is actually that this place, this thing is blueberries, and if they would have removed all the trees here, very likely the blueberries would also have gone. So you would instead have a cover of tall grass. There is some grass growing, but most of the place is still blueberries. And from my observation when I've been walking in forests, is blueberries tend to grow very well together with big pine trees. So if you want to keep having blueberries in the forest, it is also a good idea not to remove all the trees.